The sun is never to catch up with the moon, the night and the day never deviate, each of them is floating in its own orbit. You're saying this verse is a contradiction because, and I'll quote you,
The first part of this verse says that the sun and the moon will never catch up with each other, but that's obviously a lie because it's fairly common to see the moon during the day.
when the Qur'an says that the sun is never to catch up with the moon, it means that they will never ever be in the same orbit. So when you see the moon during the day, it doesn't mean that the sun and the moon have caught up with each other or they're in the same orbit. They're in completely different orbits. If you look at this picture of the Earth, the Sun, and the Moon, you can see that the Moon is going around the Earth. It's orbiting around the Earth. The Earth itself is orbiting around the Sun. So the Sun and the Moon can't be in the same orbit. They're on completely different paths, doing completely different things. So your argument makes no sense whatsoever. In the next part of your video, you explained how an eclipse can be explained as the moon and the sun catching up with each other. If you had any knowledge of what an eclipse was, you would see how bogus your statement is. So here, I'll quote you again.
Not only that, but it isn't difficult to explain a solar eclipse in terms of the moon catching up with the sun. As you
If you look in any dictionary, that explanation or that definition will not show up under the word eclipse. An eclipse is simply the moon interrupting the light from the sun, and this can only happen when there is a full moon. So you can't say that the moon has caught up with the sun because still they're not in the same orbit, even though the moon is blocking the light from the sun. So I just refuted both of your arguments, so next time you want to make an argument like this, try using some logic, okay? Bye.